Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gaming with me, Tony Mo, and we're here today to talk about the story of Overwatch, specifically how it's being delivered alongside of the game, which of course is a multiplayer-only experience. Now this is something that developers have dabbled with. I would say the last 5 years especially, we've had some big names, specifically Titanfall comes to mind, that have attempted to do something similar but have failed, basically because of the way they implemented the story elements into the multiplayer experience. That's really what we're going to talk about today, because I'm really impressed with what Blizzard has done, and the game isn't even out yet. They're already delivering bits and pieces of story through the form of their animated shorts, which they just released a new one today called Dragons, which you guys are seeing right now, and also the comics they've been releasing that have been telling the story of several of the heroes, both during the time period that the game takes place, as well as pre when Overwatch first existed, also during the period which Overwatch was disbanded. It's wonderful, and it's really, to me, one of the top ways that they could deliver story alongside of a competitive multiplayer experience like this. Now, a lot of people would argue that Overwatch should just have a single player component. Like, give us a campaign, come on, man, we want to see a story. But I think there's also a lot of people that are already recognizing the strength of their animated shorts and comics. The idea that they're delivering the story through outside forms of entertainment. At the end of the day, right, that's why we play games, is to be entertained. And people are seeing the strengths of this way of delivering the story. And I think that this is drastically better than what most games do, which is leave it up to the community to form a wiki page somewhere or have an official wiki page where the player has to go hunt down and read these fragmented bits and pieces of story that aren't really entertaining in themselves. Now, people dig that. I understand people like the lore. I like the lore myself as well. I enjoy a good codex. But I think if you're going to try and deliver a story alongside of what is a strictly multiplayer experience, you cannot rely on those forms of delivery only. You can't expect people to just go read a grimoire somewhere. That's not entertaining, that's not enjoyable. And, you know, if you, like I said, if you want to actually deliver a story, to actually deliver it to the community, that's not the way to do it. That's not delivery. That's just putting something into existence and crossing your fingers that somebody will stumble upon it and actually give a damn. That's not the way to do it with a multiplayer-only experience, and I'm happy that Blizzard didn't take that route. Is there stuff on the wiki right now that isn't in a short film? Sure. I mean, they can't make a short film for every single thing, but I do hope that moving forward, after the game's released even, we'll see more of these animated shorts. They're a wonderful and amazing way to tell stories regarding the heroes, regarding their background. You know, it doesn't even have to make sense, like in forms of progression. You know, we don't need to see a short that is like, this is short 1, this is episode 2, this is episode 3. It's the idea that they're using these shorts to tell individual stories about the different heroes that helps bring Overwatch's world to life. And I think it balances really well with what Overwatch is. Again, a multiplayer competitive shooter. They're also optional, completely optional, and I love that because some people just want to play Overwatch because they enjoy a really great competitive multiplayer experience. That's enough for them. They don't need a story, they don't need lore, but it's there if they want it. And I would say the way in which Blizzard is delivering it through these shorts and comics is extremely enticing, to the point that anyone who is even somewhat emotionally involved in Overwatch is most likely going to go watch them, and they're totally worth watching. You've got 3, 6, and 8 minute shorts that tell these wonderful little tales that are also Blizzard quality, which means they're incredible. I mean, this is the type of stuff you expect from a full-fledged animated film from a company like Pixar or DreamWorks. Like, except it's Blizzard. So in my opinion, it's even better. Blizzard kills it with their cinematic shorts. They've done it with World of Warcraft and StarCraft for years, and I'm so happy to see them doing it with Overwatch. Now, I want people to consider something, because I know there's a lot of people out there who, as I said, are still really keen on the fact that they feel Blizzard should do some sort of a campaign or a single player for Overwatch. Now, we're not here to talk about the money side of things. As it turns, Overwatch is $40 on PC for the regular edition and sadly $60 on Xbox. And I know there are a lot of people who really agree with the concept that multiplayer-only experiences shouldn't be full priced. Sadly, that's not the case for console users, but again, that's not really what we're here to talk about today. I want to express the fact that people need to understand just how much work goes into making a competitive multiplayer experience that is going to last. Now, I'm not saying that Blizzard is sitting there in their offices like, how do we make Overwatch last like 6 years? I'm sure they haven't even considered a number for their time frame. All they know is they want to build something that people are going to play for as long as they possibly are going to play it. You know, they need to build something that the community is going to support, and in turn, they will continue to support it. It's like, you know, it's a really symbiotic relationship in that sense. And if you look at any of the great multiplayer-only experiences that have lasted for really long periods of time, Team Fortress 2, Half-Life Deathmatch, Counter-Strike, you know, these are all things that primarily focused on crafting really well-honed and refined multiplayer experiences. They didn't, you know, waste any resources building a single player somewhere. And all you have to do is look, even in just the last 5 years, the number of games that tried to have a multiplayer component alongside their single player, and how many of them failed. Is anyone still playing Titanfall multiplayer? No, not really. Is it good as The Last of Us multiplayer component was? Is there a large community playing that? No, not really. That's not what Overwatch is looking to do. That's not what Blizzard is looking to do with Overwatch. They don't want just like a 6-month and done multiplayer experience. They want something people are going to play, you know, well into the future. And if they had to focus on building a single player component, number one, we probably wouldn't even be seeing the game released this year. You know, things just wouldn't have went the same way they were going to go. It's just, you can't really even try and put into perspective what would be had they tried to build something with a single player component. But clearly they recognize they don't have the resources for it, and it's not what they want to do. And I completely respect that decision. To me, this is as good as it gets when it comes to a developer delivering story alongside of a multiplayer component, and is what they're doing right now with Overwatch. I absolutely love the way that they're delivering this. And again, like I said, it's entertainment outside of your entertainment. Just imagine, okay, Overwatch goes live, you know, you're playing the game, you're loving it to death. That Friday night comes around, you play it for a good 6 hours. Okay, you know, I'm going to take a break before I go to bed. I don't got work in the morning. Hey, they just released a new Overwatch animated short. This one's about, I don't know, Soldier 76 and Pharah. Let's go check this out. Like, yeah, you know, that's kind of the world we live in when it comes to video games, is when people aren't playing their favorite games, they're looking for other ways in which they can absorb more of that game. Whether it's watching a YouTuber or a streamer or getting involved with a forum, or in the case of the developer, like Blizzard, actually delivering more entertainment outside of the game in the form of shorts and comics. You can't ask for more than that. I'm so incredibly impressed with what they've done. And like I said, I think it's them putting to use something they already know they're really good at, and that's creating really great content, whether it's video games or animated shorts. Blizzard just knows how to do that. They have a lot of experience in it, and they have some really, really talented people working for them, and they've made good use of all of those elements. All I really want to see them do at this point, the only way in which I would be disappointed, is if they don't continue to produce these shorts and those comics after the game goes live. There's no denying that these are amazing marketing tools. People are going to sit down, they're going to watch this 8-minute short that is Dragons. They're going to go back and possibly watch the other shorts like Alive and Recall, and they're going to be like, damn, dude, this is outstanding. Like, you know, it's a good marketing tool, it really is. But let's keep these going after the game goes live. You know, 1 month after Overwatch goes live, I want to know that they're still going to be working on these animated shorts, because there's a whole cast of characters that I want to see animated and in a short film in glorious Blizzard fashion. In case you guys weren't aware, you might want to take a look in your area. I'll have a link down in the description below. Blizzard is actually going to be putting together all of the animated shorts into one film showing at theaters across the nation. Sadly, there's not one near me, but there might be one near you, and I think you'd be absolutely insane to not go to it. Check it out. I'll have that link down in the description below. Let me know what you guys think about Blizzard's way of delivering story alongside of Overwatch. Do you like it? Do you hope they do more after the game goes live? Does it work for you? Let me know down in the comment section below. Overwatch in 1 week, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you in the next one.